Good morning. This is Annie from the Dream Lab, and I'm recording a yoga sequence for you guys. This is going to be a 30-minute sequence building on some of the things we did previously with the opening sequence and the sun salutations A and B. Today, we're going to be really focusing on some twisting that's going to help strengthen our core and help with spine mobility and flexibility. And then once our core is nice and warmed up, we're going to do some balancing poses. And as we age, both of these things, the spine flexibility and mobility and the balance, are going to be super important. And as you can see, I have my favorite student in the background. I am at home visiting my parents, so my mom is going to do the class with me. All right, so let's get started. Come onto your mat. We'll start in child's pose. So start by coming to tabletop position. Shoulders stacked right over your wrists. Hips right over your knees. Bring your big toes together. Spread your knees apart as far as they can go towards the edge of the mat. Press back. Let your hips sink down. Tippy-toe your fingers all the way forward. And then rest your forehead on the ground. Take a big breath in. We're staying up. We're staying down. I might come up, but you need to just follow me. Take a big breath in. And exhale. One more big breath in. And exhale. Good. Okay, on your inhale, come on up to tabletop position. Tuck your back toes under and press your hips high and back to come into downward facing dog. Take a minute here and just pedal out your feet. This might be your first downward dog of the day. Take whatever movement feels good in your body. Maybe press one hip back, then the other. Take turns pedaling your heels down. Lift both heels up and press them down. Shake your head back and forth. Nod your head yes. Shake your head no. Take one more breath here to get together again, and we'll take a big inhale. Exhale. Inhale, look forward. Walk your feet up to meet your hands. Keep your feet about shoulder width apart here. And let your head hang heavy in ragdoll pose. So join your hands together at your elbows if you want. Your gaze should be right at your knees, so your head is really just hanging down. Let every worry and concern just roll off your back. Be absorbed into the ground. Rock back and forth here if it feels good. If your arms are crossed, switch the way they're crossed. Put the left one in front instead of the right, or vice versa. Take one more deep breath here. Big inhale. And exhale. Good. Drop your hands to the ground. And slowly, inch by inch, we'll roll up really slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Good. When you get to the front, we'll take some shoulder circles. Think about inhaling as you bring your shoulders up. Exhale as you bring them down and back. In through your nose, a loud, audible exhale. One more here. Beautiful. Okay, we'll sweep our hands up, way to mountain pose, and bring your hands together at heart center. Close your eyes. And together, I want us to set an intention for this class. I want you to picture your future self in 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. Picture what she looks like. Strong, lean, fit, healthy. And I want you to feel the gratitude that she has for you right now. Taking this time to take care of yourself, making some maybe hard decisions, when other people are going out or staying up late and you're deciding to go to bed or to get your workout in or to say no to some indulgent treat. I just want you to picture her, right? Looking back at you, smiling, grateful that you made these choices right now. Take care of yourself for her. All right, take a big breath in and exhale. Bring your hands down together to your side. All right, and let's move into some sun salutations. So sweep your hands up, way to mountain. Exhale, sweep forward into forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see me. Mom, you're doing great. You can face whichever way you want. All right, so reaching through the crown of your head, thinking about elongating your spine here. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your palms and step back into a high plank, or drop your knees and lower just halfway. Inhale, press up for upward dog. Pull those shoulders back. Smile, get a nice stretch. And exhale, tuck your toes. Push your hips high and back for downward dog. Take a big inhale here. And exhale. One more inhale. And exhale. Inhale, look forward. Walk your feet up. Good. And exhale, forward fold. Let your head hang heavy. Inhale, come all the way up. Mountain pose, look up to the ceiling. Exhale, sweep your hands back down for forward fold. Bend your knees a little if you need. Get your hands on the ground. And then just let your head hang heavy. Inhale, halfway lift, reach forward with the crown of your head. Exhale, plant your palms, step back into a high plank. Lower halfway, press up for upward facing dog. And exhale, send your hips high, down dog. Exhale, and inhale. Exhale, and big inhale. Look forward, walk your feet up to meet your hands. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up to mountain. Reach up at the side. Look at the ceiling. Exhale, forward fold. Come all the way through. Inhale, halfway lift. Get that nice cat back. Shoulders are back. Chest is out. Gaze is straight down at the ground. Good. Exhale, plant your palms and step back. And lower just halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Send your hips high and back. Press through your palms. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Inhale, look forward. Walk up to meet your hands. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain sweep all the way up. Good. Exhale, just bring your hands down to your side. We're going to transition here and start working on some twisting exercises and some poses to warm up our core, build up that core strength, and just get our spine moving and twisting. How are you doing? All right, so sticking back up for mountain and exhale, forward fold. Step back into a plank, and we'll go right back into downward facing dog. Okay, inhale, sweep your right leg high. Exhale, bring that knee to your nose. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, right knee to right shoulder. Inhale, right knee high. Exhale, twist. Right knee, left shoulder. Inhale, three-legged dog one more time. And on your exhale, bring your leg all the way through for a low lunge. Now stay standing here. If you need to use your hand to shimmy your foot up to the top of the mat, that's fine. Okay, but keep this back knee elevated. We're gonna lift right up into a crescent lunge. So use your core strength, lift your body up, arms go up. Take a minute here. Make sure it's set up right so each leg is in its own lane, about shoulder width apart. Feet are both pointing forward. Really squeeze through your glutes to help with balance. Arms are up. Good. Take a big inhale, reach higher. Exhale, bend that front knee a little bit more. Good. One more inhale. And on your exhale, bring your hands together on heart center. So we're going to move into twisting here. If you want, you can drop that back knee as we do this to get a little bit of a deeper stretch. If you want to work on building up that leg strength and the core strength, stay up on your knees. Completely up to you. Okay, two different options. Either one is great. Take a big inhale here. And as you exhale, twist towards your right knee. Hook that elbow over it. And keep breathing here. Think about using this elbow for leverage. Your head is looking right at your hands. Try to lift your heart up to your hands. If you want to open your arms and fly, you go right ahead. All right, bring your hands back together. Drop that back knee. Hands come to heart center. Take a big inhale and exhale. You lean forward and lift up. Challenging our balance. Back into crescent lunge. Lean forward so your weight is over your front knee. I want you to step up so your feet are together. Good. Beautiful work. All right, sink down into your knees. Lift up your right knee. So you're shifting your weight on your left foot. Now carefully, we're going to step back to crescent lunge on the other side. Just like that, we transition. Beautiful. Take a big inhale, reach a little bit higher. Exhale, hands to heart center. Now again, if you want to drop down to your back knee at this point and just focus on the twist, that's a great option. You can also stay up on your knee and take it from standing position too. If you're standing, I want that back leg straight, front knee nice and bent. Okay, so inhale, exhale, lean forward. One more inhale, and exhale, twist across, hook that right elbow right over your knee. Think about bringing your heart up to meet your hands. So you're not sunk down, all heavy, you're light, you're lean, you're strong, you're pressing your heart up to meet your hands. And we're just gonna hold this for 3, 2, 1. Release, come back to a crescent lunge, arms go up. Good, if you're down on your knee, I want you to use your strength to tuck your toe and press back up to standing. Good work. It's hard, it's not that easy. Okay, now we're gonna inhale, reach forward. Move your weight over your front standing leg and get ready. We're gonna launch up and come to standing mountain pose. Beautiful. Now we're gonna move into prayer twist. So sweep your hands down and around. Hands at heart center. Sink those hips down as far as you can. And I want everyone to rock back onto your heels so you can wiggle your toes. I don't know if you can see mine. Rock back onto your heels. Sink a little bit lower. Your quads are burning. That's okay. That just means you're putting in some work. That's what we're here for. So I'm going to take an inhale. And exhale, twist to your right. Hook that left elbow over your knee. Now take a minute here to look down and see if your left knee is popping forward. Bring it back so your heels are together, your knees are together. The twist is all up in your upper body. So pull your left hip back. And again, think about bringing your heart up to meet your hands. You want to open your hands to fly. That might feel good. All right, we're going to hold this for 3, 2, 1, release to a forward stretch. Bring your 2 big peace fingers under your middle, under your big toe. And we're just going to stretch out the back. Bend your elbows and pull. Use your biceps. Head hangs heavy. Nice counter stretch to the twist we just did. Take a big inhale. Exhale. All right, inhale, release, bend your knees, sweep your arms and your chest back up to chair. And we're gonna sink down, exhale to back to prayer. And we're gonna take one more inhale. And exhale, twist to the left. Hook that right elbow right over your knee. Again, see how my right knee's popping out? Pull that back. So pull your right hip back. Press your heart up to meet your hands. We're going to hold this for 3, 2, 1, and release. This time, carefully, I want you to slide your hands, palms up, under your feet. So bend your knee, one at a time. Slide those hands under. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Then we're going to pull. Use your biceps. Let your head hang heavy here. Okay, one by one, release your hands. Come to easy forward fold. Inhale, curl your spine. We're gonna just roll up one vertebra at a time. Great work, guys. Let's just take a few shoulder shrugs here. Remember, inhale, exhale as you go down and back. One more. Inhale and exhale. Good. How are you feeling, Mom? Good. You're doing great. Okay, now that our core is warmed up, our spine's warmed up, we're going to move into some balancing poses. So whenever we're balancing, it's really helpful to think about 3 things. So press into your foundation. We're going to start on a hands balancing pose. So in that one, your foundation is going to be your hands. But generally, when we're doing balancing, it's going to be your feet. So whatever it is, you need a strong foundation. You need a strong core. So really think about pulling your belly button into your spine, really tight, engaged core. And then your focus, so your drishti. Those 3 things are going to really set you up for success whenever we're doing a balancing pose. Or in life, if you think about it. If your foundation, your core, and your focus is strong, you're going to be good. Okay, so we're going to start in crow pose. And if you know you don't have crow pose in your practice, you can just take a yogi squat here. Use your elbows, press your knees out. Get that stretch nice and wide. Open these hips. Okay, if you want to move into crow with me, this is a nice pose because we're getting our head beneath our heart and reversing that flow of the blood direction. So to get into crow, I'll talk you through it. You want to crouch down, so be in this crouch position, and lift your hips up. Hands, nice foundation, elbows are turned in, so your pointer finger is straight ahead. Okay, work on your heels, and then just rock forward. If you want to stay right here, this is crow pose, and that's awesome. Okay, if you want to go sort of to the next level, think about squeezing your knees right into your triceps or your armpits, and nice and high, and then just play around with lifting up one foot, maybe the other foot, maybe just one at a time. Okay, keep your gaze steady out ahead of you. And lift up both feet. And when you're done, just push back out of it. Okay, so I'm going to give you a little time to play around here. And whenever you're done, you can, remember again, you can always take this yogi squat as a hip opener. Whenever you're done, just push back into child's pose to come back and relax. Okay, so one more time. If you're doing the crow pose, you want to start in a nice wide squat. Hands give you that nice foundation. Lift your hips up. Squeeze your knees into your triceps, almost up in your armpits. Gazes forward. Core is tight. Think about like your core is lifting towards the ceiling. You're not heavy. You're just floating. And then rock your weight forward. Good. Okay, if you're still in crow, come on out of it. Let's move on. So we'll all meet in child's pose. Take a moment here to notice how your body feels different. Maybe just since we started this practice, you feel warmed up, hips are more open, spine feels a little bit warmer, more open. Maybe you're breathing heavy, hot and humid where we are, so we're sweating. That's great. Take one more breath here. Big inhale. And exhale. Inhale, come up to tabletop. Tuck your toes. And exhale, down dog. Send those hips high and back. Feel that nice stretch through your hamstrings as you press your hips back. Big inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhale, look forward. Walk your feet up to meet your hands. And we're going to do one more. This is a standing balancing pose. So shift your weight to your left foot. We're going to move into tree pose here. So you can start by just standing on your left foot. Your right knee goes out, and then bring it up a little bit. You can keep it right down on the ground as a little kickstand for balance. If you're ready to move on, you can move it up to your calf or, or bring it up a little higher to the inside of your leg. Just don't put it right on your knee, as I don't want to be pushing against that joint. Okay, so from here, remember our balancing cues. Press through your big toe to your foundation. Squeeze your core. Gaze straight ahead. If you want from here, you can lift your arms up, grow your branches. You can also play around with your gaze. A little extra challenge to look up, lift your gaze up to the sky. Also, you could close your eyes for a bigger challenge. You should feel really squeezing through your glutes, through your core. Beautiful. Remember to keep breathing here. So balance isn't about a ramrod straight posture. It's about making little adjustments to stay in the pose that we want to be in. So always small adjustments so that we don't fall out of the pose. All right, bring your hands back down to heart center. Bring your knee into the front. We'll go straight out ahead with that foot, keeping this balance, pressing through your standing big toe, balancing on one leg. Take a big breath in. And exhale. Good. Release that foot all the way down. Shake out your legs. Shake out your arms a little bit. Great work. We are going to move on to the other side and do the same thing. Now that you're pros at this. So shift your weight onto your right foot. Bring that left one in. Turn your knee out to the side. Really squeeze your glutes to keep that knee out. You can keep it on the ground like a kickstand. Bring it up on your calf. or use your hand to bring it up a little bit higher on the inside of your leg. Now, wherever you are, I want you to think about bringing your hips back into alignment. So drop that left hip. Press your knee back a little bit more. Now get your foundation set up, right? You're pressing through that standing big toe. Core is tight, core is engaged, just like there's a string pulling you up right through your spine, through your head, and your gaze is on something that's not moving. And a little smile helps too. All right, if you want an additional challenge, grow your branches, bring your hands up overhead, maybe spread them out. Keep breathing here. If you want to lift your gaze up to the ceiling, play around with that. Push your edges a little bit. If you've never spread your hands, maybe take a chance to do that right now. If you always look straight ahead, why don't you try to lift up your gaze just a little bit. If you fall out, that's fine. You can just go right back into the pose. Remember, it's not about perfection. It's about just pushing our edges and growth and seeing what our bodies can do today. All right, take one more big breath here. Big breath in. And exhale. Bring those hands back down to heart. Now bring your left knee forward. Bring that foot straight out, and we're just going to balance here. Really think about squeezing this glute. The standing leg, that's going to help with your balance. Core tight, pressing through that big toe. And keep breathing. Try to lift up your leg just a little bit higher. We're going to hold it for 3, 2, and 1. Release. Good work. Beautiful. All right, shake out your legs. Give your mom a high five. Good work, Mom.
Thanks, Daddy.
Okay, so you guys, we've done some twisting, we've done some core strengthening, we've done some balance. Now we're just going to cool it down a little bit by just moving right back into child's pose. And so come on down to your mat, tabletop position. One more time, bring these big toes together, spread your knees out, and sink back. Walk your fingers forward. And then as you exhale, just drop your forehead onto the mat. Let everything relax. Feel how supported you are. Supported by the floor, supported by this mat, supported by me, teaching you in this class, and supported by your future self. And she's just looking at you, so proud and so grateful that you're taking this time to take care of your body, release stress, and do something for yourself so that you can show up for someone else, to do all the things you need to do in this world, your job, your business, your kids, your community work. All right, take one more big inhale. Exhale. Then inhale, come on back up to tabletop. Come to an easy seated position. Close your eyes, bring your hands to heart center. Take a big breath in. Hands at our hearts represent peace and courage in our thoughts. Remember, you choose your thoughts. Your thoughts don't choose you. You are in charge of them. A big inhale. Move your hands up to right over your mouth, representing peace and courage in the words that we choose to use. Big inhale. Exhale. One more time, bring those hands up to third eye center, representing peace and courage in our mind, in our thoughts, and in our feelings. Take a big breath in. Exhale and bow forward. We'll seal the class. I say namaste, which means the divine teacher in me sees and recognizes the divine teacher in all of you. Namaste. Namaste. Have a wonderful day. Hope you enjoy this. Let me know your feedback or if you have any questions. And my mom says bye.